Hello my friends. It is a nice sunset and we are slowly approaching with the train to Luxor in Egypt. And it is late already and I have been in Luxor already, and some of you have seen already the previous Luxor video. But I think if I have something interesting during this visit, I will make a separate video for that.
أنا نكلم بدوي بيت على يطلق لهم جهين محتل نطلق الثلاثة على الجهين هو فين الشفاء؟ ها؟ أنا مالي ومال ده
لا لا شكرا.
Why no my friend?
Come back. I know you in the Grand Hotel.
شكرا. No, لا لا. It's very near, I will walk.
Where? Where? Go back?
شكرا شكرا.
Oh, very nice. Galapia.
شكرا.
Yeah, very good style.
شكرا.
Welcome from?
From
where?
From Latvia, Europe.
Europe. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Now I'm going through the central Luxor to Nile, to Ferry, to cross to the other side, to the east side of the Nile, to the east bank, because funny enough, this time, for my next 10 days, the cheapest hotel or hostel or whatever wasn't in the east bank, the big city, but in the more touristy west bank, where not too many people live, more tourists. So I'm going there. We'll see how it lives, how it feels on the western side. It is slightly bit late for a perfect sunset ride on the ferry over Nile. The train was half an hour late. If it would be on time, I would be crossing the Nile perfectly on sunset. But it doesn't always happen like that. But all in all, everything is really good. 3-hour train ride, not bad at all. Well, it turned out to be 3.5, but who cares? We have all the time in the world, don't we? I did quite a lot of things on my tablet while riding in the train. Isn't this quite beautiful, my friends? After passing the countless horse carriages which all wanted to sell me rides, and some beautiful old buildings. Somewhere there is Luxor temple. We are finally approaching River Nile. And let's see how we can get across. Maybe not under this big guy. It's quite a nice looking place. What do you think? In dark. Not only during day when you can see the river. Well, you kind of almost can see it now as well, can you? Quite nice. What do you think, friends? Okay, Let's go to the ferry. It's quite beautiful in the night as well. So we are here on the other shore. I didn't film how I got in and out because I was busy chatting with the man. And this is the west bank of River Nile in Luxor. Nice. Cool. Now maybe a 20-minute walk or so and I should be in my new home for the next 10 days. I'm getting very close to the central part of the West Bank, and this is for the tourists. Yeah, a lot of things going on here as well. But you see, it is already different. La la, shukran. We have walked maybe 10 or 15 minutes only, and you see the landscape is completely different. It's tourists, it's boats and camels, tourist camels of course, not farm camels. And Muhammad said that farm camels are bigger than tourist camels. I don't know, can I believe him? But that's what he said, that there are different camels, bigger ones. Of course, in farm they need strength more than anything, and with tourists probably safety is the most. Shukran. Nice to see you. Latvia, Europe. Yeah, shukran. They're friendly. It's amazing how nice are these people. So I am very close already to the place where the ferries, I think these are ferries already, the ones which come on both directions. Shukran, Lala. I don't know what he said, but I just showed him, yes, very good, thumbs up. And he showed the same in return, but I don't know what he said. But he was smiling, and I was smiling, and everybody's happy, even if we didn't understand each other. So, yeah, this is one place. La, shukran. I just go around to walk. No, just a little bit to walk on my feet.
And after you come back?
I stay here.
So I have a felucca.
La, shukran. He has felucca, or I think this might be, okay, I'll show you the place first. Is this the place or is the next? I think this is the one where there are the ferries. It was very dark when I came here and I don't even recognize. I have it on my maps. I put the pointer in my maps. La, shukran. I put the pointer in my maps already to be sure I don't forget where is it when I come back. It was either this one or the next one, or after the next one. One of these. But in any case, that on the other side is Luxor East Bank, the big city side, and I'm pretty much pointing now on the Luxor temple. If you see on the Google Maps where it is, That's the place. So we are exactly on opposite bank from the Luxor temple. And yes, from here I'll see if it is here, or maybe I saw something similar like market there. And let's go and see. Maybe that's the place. But it should be kind of further on that way. What Muhammad told me, where the best priced fruit is being sold. So let's see. I'll take out my map and I'll check whether this is the right way or not. I put it on my map, but I have to check it because I have never been here in the daylight. So it was somewhere down there, this area on this street, where he said should be something similar to market. Let's see. Salam alaikum. Do you know where is market where I can get fruit?
The fruit, yes.
Is it somewhere near here?
It is not down here, but look.
Uh-huh.
The first street right,
Okay.
and then left,
Okay.
and the right.
Okay.
You're going to have the asphalt, and you go straight ahead.
Uh-huh.
You have the fruit shop. It is on your left side.
Okay. Shukran. Shukran
Yeah,
Geziran. So that's where we will be going. Assalamu alaikum. According to the directions from two friendly men who were both unrelated, like two separate occasions, so therefore it should be believable information. The place should be very near here. We'll see what we can get somewhere near here. So that's it, my friends. We found it. Nice. Now then, we'll be good for a while. What do you think? I think we'll be good. Let's go home. Let's do some job. And later at the evening, I'll be going again to have some chat with Muhammad and his family around the campfire, bonfire, whatever you call it. You know, friends, I can give you one more advice. after very many occasions when it happens, I can recommend you getting a galabeya, this robe, Arab robe. Not only because if you saw my other video where I was in Sharqiya Sands in Oman, in that desert, I told you a little bit about the practical side, how good and useful it is in hot weather and sunshine. But also, I can tell you one more thing on top of it. Here, I can't tell you how many times people have stopped me, or just when I walk past, they say, "Nice galabeya, you are like Egyptian." And they smile like their smile would be 3 times around their heads. They're really happy. And it really helps to build some contact with local people, to not feel as some strange, weird foreigner. Of course they know I'm a foreigner, and of course I know myself that I am a foreigner. No question about it. But it makes such a better contact. Not only it is a lot more comfortable in hot weather, but it is also good socially, to show them that I respect their traditions and I like to be like one of them, and they're terribly happy about it. La la, shukran. Shukran. And you see, while I'm talking about it, this man said, "Nice Egyptian galabeya." Cool. Isn't that nice? And yeah, it's nothing big, nothing seriously important. But it's just nice that you can have such contact with people who are happy to see you and you're happy to see them, and everybody's happy. I just got embarrassed. These guys here with the bicycle, when I was passing them, they were friendly, saying something while showing me the sign so I should come to them. And since they were standing near the boats, I didn't hear what they say, but I obviously concluded that what else could they be saying? They're just trying to sell me a boat ride. And I was smiling and saying, la la shukran, no, thank you. And then he was kind of, oh, that kind of face. And I asked, what's the matter? And then he said, he was asking actually if I could share one melon with him. If I could give him one melon to share with friends. I said, of course. Choose which one you want. And I gave him one melon. Why not? I have plenty. And the price was really good. All of these bags cost me less than €2, I think. Why not pass some joy to them as well? And I gave them the melon and they were happy. So, all good. But you sometimes have to listen what they say, not just assume that they obviously want to sell you a boat ride if they are in that place. I think it's a good time to have one falafel for Khamsgni, £5, which is 28 cents, something like that. So it was very quick actually. Nice, will be good I think. Well friends, I remembered that I told you that I will show you my room and my camp. So this is the entrance in my camp. It is something like 12-14 minutes maybe walk towards there to the ferry, where you can get to the other side of Nile, to Luxor side, to Luxor proper. And this is the camp. I quite like that we have these plants everywhere and very rural feel, very close to the city. And yeah, that's the place, and we have small houses like this, and this is mine. Let's go in. I'll turn light on maybe. We have electricity, and there are 2 beds, but I have whole house for myself. And this is funny, well, it's half broken, but I like the construction from the palm fronds they're making without any nails, any wires. Well, there is a couple nails, yeah, I should say. But everywhere else there are no nails, no wires, nothing. Just ingenious construction. But yeah, it's half broken. If you don't look on that, the construction itself I admire. And yeah, this is where I sleep. And this is my house. And this is what you get for €6.60 per night. Isn't this good? And also there is a lounge area where you can have breakfast or anything else, and also the I can show you actually. That's the kitchen. There's one bathroom. So today I'm thinking to go there on at that shore, and somewhere there is the passport office. I didn't tell it to you then, but I wasn't very successful with getting my longer visa or residency permit or anything of that sort in Aswan. So I want to go now here and see how possible or impossible is it. If it would be a reasonable price, and if I could get 1 year visa, like 1 year residency permit kind of thing, multiple entry visa, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would be happy to come back again and again to Egypt whenever there is a time when in Europe it's too cold, or where my budget is kind of getting a little bit tighter, so I need to save some money by being in a cheaper place. I'd be happy to come back here more often. And it would be nice if I wouldn't have to go through the hassle of getting new visa each time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's possible, if it's doable, if it's complicated, if it's expensive, and then I'll decide from there. So now I'm going to the ferry place, and we'll try to find a good option how to get on the other side, on the east side of Luxor, the main bigger city side, and we'll see from there. Yeah, looks like there are not enough tourists in this place. And as I say it, there are some camels which are employed. But I was about to say, but yeah, they're locals who are riding on them. That's cool. Look at this. That's so cool. He's a bit cruel. But yeah, it's not for us to judge. I think nobody who has ever dealt with camel has no right to judge how cruel is cruel, because you just don't know. Like I know. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I realize that I don't know what is cruel and what is normal and what is nice treatment, because I haven't dealt with these guys. How could I know it? Yeah, that's amazing how camel can step on all these sharp things, and his soft soles are still okay. Yeah, what I was about to say was that obviously there are not enough tourists, because this guy is standing unemployed every time when I walk near. Assalamu alaikum. And yeah, my friend Mohammed keeps his 2 camels in his yard without even taking out. Salam. Yeah, they're trying to rent these bicycles to me and trying to rent a boat for me and camel and everything. But I just say hello and go further. It's the quickest way. So yeah, unfortunately they don't have enough tourists to carry around. But we'll see. I think by now all this COVID madness is kind of getting less and less important, and it is mid-February of 2022, just in case you are watching this later. And you definitely will be watching it later, because it will take time for me to edit and upload. I'm still uploading my Cyprus videos, and it took me 2 weeks to upload one of them because internet is very slow. I'm uploading, and when I'm getting almost 2/3 of the way there, it shows that there was an error and I have to start to upload from the very beginning. That again takes 4 more days. And then there's again an error. And then 5 more days. So yeah, it's not quick by any means. But yeah, in any case, what I wanted to say was that this COVID madness seems to a little bit abate, to go lower and lower. People are fed up, and Canadians are nicely protesting and trying to get their liberties back. And yeah, I think many people are fed up with these power plays and money milking games which governments are being subjected to by the bigger guys. And hopefully it will mean that it will be easier and easier. Hamzgni? Hamzgni? Is this a ferry for going on the other side?
He go with you this?
No, just
Ask
me.
him.
Just me.
Cross?
Yes.
This
£5, Hamzgni?
5 جنيه with people. He is special.
Oh, okay, sorry. And the one for Hams is there, yeah?
There.
Aha,
If you
shukran.
need 25 direction, nobody with you.
Shukran. You're good,
£20.
but I have very little money.
How
No,
much left?
shukran. I don't want to spend more than 5.
£5.
Shukran. Have a good day. He was quite nice. He didn't try to lie and tell me that there is no other service, and he's the only one option, and it is £50. Nice. I appreciate that. He was at least honest. So yeah, I have some hope that all these COVID stupidities will be kind of more or less done away with sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. And the tourists will come back and these people will be better off. Sorry? Across Hamzgni?
Yeah?
Hamzgni? £5 across?
No, this is special.
La, shukran. I just need to get across.
Good price.
Yeah,
Good
but
price. You know how much in the Egyptian?
I just need for
Save the
5.
Egyptian one in private.
No. Thank you. Shukran. So, let's see where. £5 for Hamzgni?
No, 25.
Okay. The £5 boat is there, yes? Shukran. Okay, shukran. Okay. That was again one quite honest person. Nice. So that would be something here. So yeah, hopefully things will be better for these guys sooner again. But of course it is a big question, because these guys who milked all the rich countries through the allegedly COVID caused, whatever, how do you call these stupidities? All the vaccinations and restrictions and PCR testing and all that kind of billion-dollar games. Those guys who milked for a whole world for these 2 years, I think their appetite has been growing as well, and they want to repeat it, I think. So they would be probably happy to release another virus. Will not be COVID-19, will be blah blah 23 or whatever, and then we can repeat everything again from the zero with a different virus from a different laboratory, this time not from Wuhan but from some other city. But yeah, hopefully it won't be that easy anymore, as people are starting to protest, and in some countries protests do work. Not all and not every time. But we'll see. Maybe it's not too bad. Assalamu alaikum. Is this ferry for £5, Hamzgni?
No, not here.
Not here.
This way, another there.
That one?
Yeah, this big ferry.
Big one. Shukran Gezira. Okay, this wasn't the right one. Even further on that side. No problem, we'll walk there. By the way, one other man, I didn't film him, but he was telling me that there is no more ferry. It is government cancelled it. Only he is the only alternative. Hamzgni?
والزبيبول yes.
Hams.
5 والزبيبول. Maybe I can drive with boat now.
And how long time?
No, yes, maybe 5 minutes, no more.
5 minutes?
Yes.
Aha.
Maybe I can drive it.
And Hamzgni?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I can drive it now.
Okay, good.
Drive it now. 2 minutes other side. Maybe Karnak Timbil I take with
Uh-huh.
my boat.
Uh,
25.
no, I just need other side
I think
5 pounds and that's it.
Maybe I can drive it alone now.
For 5 pounds?
No. For
No.
25.
No.
Okay, with
Shukran,
Zabibul
shukran.
5 here. With Zabibul?
Now.
Yes.
Aha.
With
Okay.
Zabibul here.
Okay, let's see.
Here with Zabibul.
Aha, shukran. This is something else, but if it's also 5 pounds, I don't mind. But I doubt a little bit if it will be 5 pounds. It might be more at the end. And I think that's the big one, which is the big 5 pound ferry. I think so, I'm not sure. Now let's see.
انا اللي مبعدها عليك هي افتكرت لما قعدت معاك بتاكل.
Shukran. It actually worked, and it really was 5 gni, Hamzgni, 5 pounds, and we're here on the other shore. A little bit different place. The big boat, I think, is there when they arrive. But we were even quicker. We didn't have to wait all the time until the big boat gets filled. So why not? And I'm even closer to my passport office. So all good. Ah, nice. This is a nice one. What a nicey placey this is, my friends. What do you think? Cool. I really like this place. Well, it was one crazy thing what happened. but nicely crazy. I didn't get to the passport office because it was closed already. They close it at 3 o'clock, can you imagine? And while I was talking to one local...
Right.
shukran, shukran. La la, shukran. So, and I met one local person and... Okay, okay, shukran. No need for hotel, thank you. So I met one person who was sitting outside of his gym, and I saw... I'm getting curious about properties in Egypt. It's funny. It's crazy funny. And I saw one land for sale, so I was just curious to see how much do they cost and what kind of land can you get for what kind of money, just in case I would one day decide to make my base here in Egypt instead of Ireland, and or any other place. And I was looking on that land, and he said, he knows the owner and he knows other places for sale, and we started to chat, and I helped him to put his gym on Google Maps so tourists can find the place, and I was explaining him how to use Google Ads because I have been using it before for my businesses, and so I was able to help him because for him it was a completely different world, strange world, unknown world. So I was able to help him out, and he was able to help me out with a lot of information about what's going on in the market here. So we chatted a long time, and the result is that it's quite late already. It's getting dark already, but we'll see. This is the place where I caught the ferry coming here, and we'll see if I can catch it back. If not, I have to go to the other place.
Welcome, do you want a boat, sir?
£5 Hamsagni, so that's
Who's the people here?
here.
Yes, welcome anyway, and wish the
Shukran.
best for you. You have a nice gallery.
Shukran, shukran.
Welcome.
Okay, seems to be possible. That would be very nice. I was a little bit afraid about it because I heard that after dark, and it's getting dark now as you can see, that after dark there are no public boats, like cheap boats. You need to get a private for yourself, separate boat, and then it can be £50 or something instead of £5, which isn't exactly ideal. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. Sorry. Is it possible? Yeah, ferry?
What you need it private or with the people?
Public.
Public, this is public.
It's
you
here.
need it private?
No.
Want to go?
£5, yeah? Hamsagni?
Hamsagni.
This one.
This is sure, really. This is my boat.
Oh, تمام.
Alaska boat. Welcome to Alaska.
جيد جدا.
تمام. Speak Arabic.
شكرا. شوية.
شوية.
لغة عربية، لغة جميلة.
Where from?
من أنا بلد لاتفيا، أوروبا، لاتفيا. نعم. شكرا. شكرا. So yeah, نعم. So we wait until it's full and then we go, yes? تمام. شكرا جزيلا. Okay, that's good. That's all we want. Assalamu alaikum. It will be beautiful, not only functional. What do you think? Nice sunset. That is crazy. I just noticed I didn't get on time to film, but that boat which just passed us, that was the only boat which I saw, but that one seems to have it as well. The only boat which I saw which has navigation lights on them. But imagine, they were wrongly installed opposite side. It was crazy. On the right side it was red and on the left side it was green. It should be opposite. It's crazy. Like, it could be serious trouble navigating. You could get collision because of that. So, all the sailors and navigators, if you happen to be in Egypt, double check things, don't believe those lights. That's crazy. It's first time in my life I see something that crude. Ah yeah, that big ship has navigation lights as well, but these are correctly installed, not opposite. But yeah, just my idea is don't believe. Don't believe those lights. It can be opposite directions and you'll crash into them if you don't look. Wow, this is Egypt, friends. Cool. We have arrived. All good and sound. That's our boat. Alaska. Well, luckily it's a lot warmer here than in Alaska. Nice. I like it. We did it. It was quite a nice trip at the end, which turned out to be completely not what I expected. Hopefully tomorrow I get to the passport office. They work from 8 to 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. So I need to get there earlier and not to talk with anybody before I get there. A buffalo on the bank of River Nile. Isn't that a cool thing? Now then, my second attempt to go to the passport office in Luxor. And shukran. And this time it looks to me, I was coming yesterday from there and I think it's the same boat. Well, not the same boat, but the same place, same kind of boat. But there you see the big ferry and it looks to be almost full, so it means that it should probably leave soon. And I would like to try this one today. What do you think? Just for the variety in life. Shukran. Look at these quantities of motorbikes. Probably people are coming from countryside, leaving their bike here in the morning and go with the ferry to work. Assalamu alaikum. Ferry to the other side, 5 جنيه.
5 اديله 5 من عندك.
Shukran. Okay, that worked. Yeah, perfect timing. It's quite full. I don't think we'll have to wait very long. I heard that this ferry only drawback is that you have to wait for a very long time until it gets full. But now it's good. What a cool ferry. Proper old design. Well, it looks like there are no lack of Germans here either. Looks like we're moving.
السلام عليكم يا جماعه. معانا عرض كتاب مجسم تعليم الاطفال، كتاب ورقه مسبوره. كل كتاب فيه 15 صفحه، 15 سبوره الطفل بيكتب يمسح يرجع يكتب تاني لحد ما يتعود على كتابه الحرف او كلمه. بعد ما يخلص كتاب في اي سبوره من سبورات الداخليه مثلا منطقه طائره. لو عايزين ندربه في ظهر
That's for me probably, to learn the letters.
ده معلم معلم
To learn to read and write.
كلها كامله عربي. النسخه الثانيه من الانجليزي في كابتن مسمور الطفل بيتعود ازاي يكتب الحرف كابتن ازاي يكتب مسمور.
English as well.
ده الكتاب والقلم ب 10.
In English you can learn to write as well. We left and that other ferry came straight into our place to wait for the next passengers. So basically it looks like there's all the time a ferry there whenever you come. But the more people are on the ferry already, the less time you have to wait until it leaves. Yeah, it's almost no movements on this big boat. The smaller boat felt like sailing a bit more. This is very slow and without movement almost. Looks like I see where we might stop. Either that ferry will go away and we'll stop in its place, or if not, there is another docking place there. Yeah, but we sailed a good kilometer, if not more, downstream. The other motorboat is parking way over there, and it would be a lot closer to the passport place. And that one goes like half kilometer upstream, so maybe 1.5, maybe 2 kilometers difference. But that's all right, because I can go to find a bus station near the train station and see if I can get any buses to Harga from here. If not, I have to plan to go to Asyut and then I can only get to Harga, because my next place where I want to go is Harga after Luxor. So I'll go there first and then to passport office. Hopefully it shouldn't result in missing the passport office again one day. And tomorrow is Friday, so it will be closed, I think. But It's okay. I don't think we're not very late. Look what kind of bow we have. So this is how it works, my friends. And we are in Luxor proper, the East Bank. I like these old steps.
تعب بغدادي ايوه رايحانه بس واحد قال لي وديها لبغدادي وعايز الفطوره. هذا التهاد هناك ثاني واروح على حساب واحد الجمعيه. طب شوف موسى عنده اذا كان عنده واتس. طب انت قول لي لما هتبعت.
You know what, friends, I have some sightseeing places on my way which I haven't visited in the last time when I was in Luxor. This is, for example, St. Mary's Church. Quite a big one. Let's see how heavily guarded is it. If it won't be too big hassle, I might go in. If it's too much, I'll leave it out. Yeah, the guards are friendly and smiling as always, but it looked like it would be something similar like the other experience which I had in Alexandria. Maybe you remember it, when they take my passport and they drive me around, and then somebody else has my passport, and then somebody else some other place I need to pick it up, and then I need to go all around again to find that other place and to find that other people who have my passport now, and with all the risks of my passport being lost and so on. So that's all right. I'll just look on this church from here. Will be good enough. What do you think, friends? And this one down there is the Sphinx Avenue. I showed you already it from that side on my previous Luxor video, but I still don't know if it's possible to get in there without ticket. We'll see, because I'll be going through there. I have to go there. So I'll see if there is any entrance without ticket. If yes, good. If not, we will deem ourselves to have seen it from here already. What do you think, friends? Is that a good plan? This is a little bit more sphinxy part of the Sphinx Avenue. What do you think? I'm actually surprised how big space, uninhabited space for this archaeological site is it here, in the very middle of Luxor. I have been all around this place from all directions, but I have never been in this side. and I have never seen how big it actually is. Cool. I quite like this place. Do you know why? Because they didn't take any measures to prevent unticketed eyes from looking on those things. Ah, nice. In any way, nice. Yeah, now you can see why the military uniforms here are that kind of color. Not European spotty green. That's how you blend in, of course. Let's make one shot of these things. Isn't this cute, my friends? High-level tourists. I like these names. When people whose English isn't mother tongue, which I can relate because it's not mine either, when people whose English is not their mother tongue try to invent some names which will sound very VIP-ish. Ah, nice, that's so cute. Let's switch off camera now. That's the Temple of Luxor. And one Italian friend told me that there is a mosque, which must be that one, and you can enter into mosque without ticket from other side probably. Shall we try it out? It might work. Let's see, because I am going roughly in that direction anyway. I have to go like this towards the train station. So why not try it out? Maybe it works. How about this amount of horse carriages? I understood that they're filming something here. Yeah. And there as well. One security man drove me off of that side. I was walking like here, and he made me to walk here. Probably they're making some video of something. Just in case you would wonder where I am. So there will be our mosque. Let's go and see if we can get in a little bit easier manner than that Mary's church. Looks like we don't have any luck here, and I wonder, would there be possible maybe to get in somehow? Let's see. It doesn't look very possible from here either. Let's try one more next. Nah, it doesn't seem possible either. And I won't show you towards the right. There are guards and policemen and that kind of people. But yeah, I don't know. Could that be the mosque which my Italian friend referred to, maybe? He said it is amazingly beautiful inside. Could it be here? But it's quite beautiful from here as well, the temple. Let's see from here. Can we go in? Not really. Assalamu alaikum. Is it possible to go in or no? That way. Aha, shukran. Could that be the entrance, maybe? And I need to get out. So will it be from here? No entrance? Inside? No. Aha, okay. 3 o'clock. Aha. Shukran, shukran. Okay, looks like we have no luck today with neither churches nor mosques. Okay, that's all fine. Is this beautiful, friends? Quite a bit. So, we tried our best with the touristy stuff. Now let's go sort practical stuff. I'll go now to the train station to look for the bus station which is supposed to be near it, and see if there are any buses from Luxor to Harga without having to go to Asyut, and then later to the passport office. So this is the train station, and I already see there's some sign, blue bus, and my friend told me that on the other side as well, on the left side, should be some other buses. Well, I'm definitely more lucky today with buses than I was with all the religious places. I went into Blue Bus. They said they don't have buses, but I should go to Superjet. And Superjet is this thing, Superjet. So I went in there, and look what I got. Is that cool or what? There is actually a straight direct bus from Luxor to Harga. How good is that, my friends? I'm so happy. I will not have to go to Asyut. It's a long distance to the north, just to go back to the south on a different route. Plus, in Asyut, I wouldn't be able to do it in the same day. And there are only 2 hotels in Booking.com in Asyut, and they're both very expensive. Terribly expensive. Way beyond anything reasonable. So it would be a problem. I probably would find something, but it would be a problem. So now, 22nd of February, which is a few days from now. Now is what? Thursday, and this is next Tuesday. I have the ticket already, and the bus leaves from exactly there. How cool is that, to know everything in advance, to be able to plan and to get things in order and properly written with all the numbers and everything. I feel almost like in Europe. When everything is in order, everything is predictable, and everything is known well ahead. It's quite comforting. I am a little bit tired of all that unknowingness. No, what is it? How do you call it? When you don't know anything about anything. That everything changes, everybody says something different, you never know what's what, and And even if 2 or 3 people say the same information at the end, it will maybe be something different. And all of that unpredictability and impossibility to plan anything. I kind of feel a little bit fatigued sometimes from that, because as a person I am naturally inclined to plan and organize things instead of just we'll see. But I have learned quite a lot to adapt and to live on, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. And I often do it myself in many situations, but it is it's not natural to me. It's a learned skill to accept things being in chaos and not being stressed about it. But still, I admit, when at some moment you get some so predictable, concrete, explainable, understandable, predictable situation, such straightforward thing, it does feel good. It does feel good. Life is good, my friends. Oh, it is good. Even without this ticket, it would be good. But now it's even better. Okay, friends, let's go towards the passport office and see what luck we might get there. You know, friends, this will be a proper joke, I think. After I told all these things about predictability and simplicity of the planning, I'm starting to think this looks like Luxor, Luxor. But this one doesn't look like Kharga. It looks more like Hurghada to me. Can it be I bought the wrong ticket? I said them very clearly El Kharga. But since I am a foreigner and everybody goes to Hurghada, maybe they just thought I mispronounced it, because of course I would want to go to Hurghada. Where else? Everybody goes to Hurghada. Let's go back and find out. It wouldn't be funny to end up in Hurghada. That's a complete opposite direction of where I need. Oh, crazy. Yeah, we are back to square one, my friends. Not as good. It's not as easy. That's why I thought how it could be so easy, because I heard it's not so easy. Yeah, I was luckily able to return the ticket and get the money back, but I asked in 3 more places, bus companies, and they either say that they don't do it and they don't know who does it, or they say only from Asyut, not from Luxor. That's bad. Let's ask drivers maybe.
أقول لك مفيش حجازي
مفيش هنا.
امال الحجازي وين هيحجز عاده من
لا ده بره باين.
ما ايوه انا فاهم في
مكتبه فين جاي؟
مش عارف بالظبط.
هو في مكتب اسمه مكتب الحجازي، هو اللي هيروح الوادي الجديد والخارجه والبارده والكل.
ميني باص؟
من
أيوة،
اتوبيس
أبيس؟ أوتوبيس.
الحجازي.
مكتب الحج.
خليه يقولها لك بالميكروفون.
من
السياحه منبه قال لك هو اصيل ياخذ الواد الجديد طريق الصعب.
يبغى ياخذ السيوط هو يركب القطر. قولها لي بالانجليزي.
قلت لهم by train from here to Asyut.
only Asyut. So
Right from Asyut, pass for the same train, not going, right? The same street.
Yes.
From Asyut to the Oasis.
Is it a big bus or mini bus?
Big bus, big bus.
But from Hijazi, not possible.
no.
You know it for sure.
I know.
Okay. Shukran.
عفواً.
Shukran jazilan. Yeah, not as simple as I have hoped. I already went through a few places, like few offices of the transport companies, and also spoke to quite a few drivers, and I am already running into problems that I am meeting people who before said me that there are no buses. And they are kind of angry because I keep asking to other people and they see it. And they say, I said to you that there are no buses. Why do you still ask? So it feels uneasy, of course. But on the other hand, I have had countless times when people say to me that something is not possible, but if I keep asking, I find somewhere where it is possible. And that's why I was wanting to ask until I definitely see that all the possibilities are exhausted. There is some bus station in Hijazi in Luxor, and those 3 bus drivers said that it might be possible from there, but then the other one told that he knows that it's not there. So I don't know. Maybe let's see the other side of the train station, somewhere here. There are supposed to be some buses here. Here nobody knows me yet. I can ask around a little bit more and see if somebody could give me any clue about anything better than going to Asyut and then to Harga or Harja. Like here. Let's try it. Yeah, friends, looks like that is it. I asked more here and everybody keeps telling me that from Luxor is not possible, only from Asyut. So the first man who told me that a couple weeks ago obviously was right. Well, nothing to do. We'll go to Asyut. Have to stay one night probably in Asyut. Hopefully I find some better place than the ones which are in Booking.com. And then I'll go to Al Harga from there. But it took me quite a long time to walk around all these places and hassle around with that ticket. And now it is already something like 2:15, I think. And that passport office closes at 3 o'clock. Well, supposedly. Because that... shukran. Supposedly because that guard, the police guard, told me yesterday that they will be open till 3 o'clock. But on the Google map they have information that they close at 2 o'clock. But it is very typical that it's not precise, so I don't believe that too much. But yeah, friends, very short was my joy about predictability and order. I'm back in the same situation when I don't know anything and I just look where I can do what, and I see the time is slowly running out faster than I can find out something. So yeah, it is sometimes annoying that you have to spend half a day or more trying to find some information which should be findable online in 5 seconds. But that's life in these places. They're not online as much yet. After some 5 or 10 years probably will be different. You'll be able to find everything online, book tickets online, do everything easily and predictably, like we tend to do it in Europe already long ago. But here it's not there yet. We have to rely on asking around and learning Arabic in the process. Okay, friends, let's walk without wasting any time towards the passport office and hope that that guard was right, not the Google Maps information about the time when they close. We'll see. In the worst possible moment, when I'm in the hurry, which I'm usually not, thankfully, I ran into an old friend, well, half friend. He was kind of a friend. He was he was saving me from, I think it was here. No, it wasn't here. But similar situation where I was buying bread and the local vendor tried to charge me 3 times the money, and that friend told me the real price, Egyptian price, and sorted the situation. So he was helpful in that way, but he was also helpful for a reason. He wants to sell me a new Galabeya, which I don't need, and then I got away with telling that no, I'm not interested. And now he noticed me after 2 months almost. He recognized me and he said, I know you, remember me, come to my shop, I'll show you my Galabiyas. Come on, whatever, but not shopping for Galabiyas is what I want to do now. It worked, but it was a little bit I don't know the term, you understand. This is a cool bike, I like it. That's crazy cool invention. Nice. Speed walking through the market-like street, which is the straightest of all streets towards the direction I need, and between all the motorbikes and all the stuff which going on here. All good. I just don't like to be in shortage of time, but this happens sometimes. What can you do? That's a cool bike again. Now then, it is 18 minutes before 3 and the passport office is literally around that corner. I know it already from yesterday. So, unless the time which the guards told me is wrong, I hopefully should be okay. Only problem might be that if they stop accepting any more people in, let's say half an hour before they close or anything, then it's a problem. We'll see. Lala, shukran. Yeah, I got a very Egyptian result. Very Egyptian reply. I came in there, it was open, everything is all right. That's the office. And Lala, shukran. And what happened was he didn't want to reply many of my questions. He didn't have much English either. He spoke some English, but not too good. And he didn't understand everything I was asking. He checked my passport and he said, come day after day, 10 o'clock. And I was showing him on my calendar in my phone, does he mean the Sunday, the 19th? And he wasn't sure how this calendar works on my phone as well. Then I said him Wahed Tis'a, which is 1/9 February. And then he said, oh yes. So I don't know. Was that simply a way of getting rid of me? Or will it really be a possibility to do something? I was asking how much it would cost and for how long time would it be, the visa extension, the residency permit or whatever. He couldn't tell me anything. He said day after day. I need to come and then I will find out. It is a big question if I will find out anything anyway. Hopefully more than I know now. But yeah, it's just a matter of coming back again and again and asking and trying to figure it out. And one day I will figure it out. The main thing is you can't be hard pressed time-wise. You have to have many days to sort things out. I just saw something really interesting, almost shocking. Let's see this car, the lorry. They are the, how do you call, the company who collects the trash from the big bins, the containers. And you see, this is the local trash container. And they don't have any mechanized ways of getting it emptied into that car. There were 4 men, one at the steering wheel, and 3 working. One of them in the up in the, what do you call the thing, cargo place. And 2 of them came down there. Then they had a big like tarp. They spread it there. Then they took the container with hands, tipped it like this. Then the man with the rake emptied it on that tarp. They put the container back. And they took that tarp by the corners and carried it and put it over. And the 3rd man took it from there and emptied it in the truck, and then they went away. Imagine that, people. Wow. I never thought these things still happen. Obviously, for the company, it is cheaper to pay wage for 3 extra men who do this job with hands, instead of by a hydraulic, whatever you call it, manipulator, the thing which takes the container and empties it in the lorry. That's crazy. Now friends, this is taken up one level. I'm used to replying in Arabic that I'm not interested in whatever they are selling or I don't have money, meaning extra money to spend on that, whatever that is. But now I got something interesting. I got one Egyptian who spoke a little bit of Dutch. Well, quite a bit of Dutch actually. More than I speak in Dutch. I'm used to people thinking in Europe that I'm a Dutch, for whatever reason. Sometimes they say my accent is Dutch, sometimes they say I look like a Dutch, sometimes they say that I'm as tall as Dutch. But in any case, I'm quite used to people mistaking me for a Dutch. Sometimes for a German, but most of the times for a Dutch. But that's in Europe, where people know all these small countries and the differences between them. Here, I'm used to the fact that nobody knows where Latvia is. And if they know France and Germany and England, then it's good. No need to know more countries. Well, Russia, of course. But yeah, this man, and he was Egyptian, he wasn't Dutch man. So he saw me and he said, "Ah, you're a Dutch." And he said it in Dutch language. And he was starting to tell that he has a sailboat and he'll take me out for sail for 1 hour and blah, blah, blah. All in Dutch, which I half understood only. And I said him kein Geld, which would be in German no money. But I don't know, I was kind of hoping that in Dutch it might be the same thing. Ferry, 5 جنيه on that side?
Yes.
Here? Aha, 5 جنيه.
5 جنيه.
Aha.
ده بابليك.
تمام, شكرا. Okay, that sounds good. We'll get for £5, 5 جنيه over on that shore. But yeah, that was funny to reply in whatever language, well, in German, hoping that it will be understandable in Dutch as well, to an Egyptian who here in Egypt took me for a Dutch and tried to sell me sailing in Dutch language. Funny. خمسة جنيه ويست بانك هنا اها شكرا شكرا. شكرا. Today we have clouds as well. It's quite a rare situation here. Usually no clouds. So it's a little bit more interesting view, unusual. Another day, another attempt to get, and actually to find out, not to get my residency permit sorted, but to find out how possible or impossible and cheap or expensive is it, and then to decide, is it worth or I keep moving. If it is possible for a reasonable price and reasonable amount of hassle, I could make a residency permit and be able to return to Egypt more often and stay here more longer. But if it's too expensive or too complicated, I can as well keep moving. We'll see. I'm going across. It's Sunday, so the first work day. They have Friday as the big holiday and Saturday as kind of holiday weekend also. And Sunday is the first work day of the next week. So that's now. And they should be, the passport office should be working, open. And we'll see, yeah. I have to get to the other side first, and then we can see how things go. So, I just came out of the office. And it is a little bit not straightforward, as expected. I will have to think now, what do I do with this? It is a big question. Basically, what they say, all these things, of course, as all government institutions, they like to make it complicated. Why make it simple when you can make it complicated? So, it was very difficult to get out the information of the officers. They didn't want to tell everything, but they just wanted to quicker get rid of me. Just come tomorrow and we will give you a stamp, and then we'll see from there, inshallah. But I tried to pull out information for the whole process so I can see what is it. So basically, I can get 6 months residency visa, but not 1 year. He didn't explain why, and I was already pushing him, pulling out many other things from him, so I didn't want to press this too much. I didn't ask. So 6 months should be possible. But to get it, I need a contract. And this is a little bit funny. For buying a property in Egypt, you need this residency visa. But to get the residency visa, you need a property. But the way around it is to get a contract from somebody for renting a place. And I can imagine that the owner of the camp where I'm staying would be willing, for some fee probably, to make such a thing for me. And I would need it for these 6 months, to cover all the 6 months which I get the visa for. No matter that my plan would be to buy something and live in there. But that's again question how quickly I could buy. Maybe that would take even more, I don't know. And of course, the possibility of finding something to buy with paying on monthly installments later, that's also a big question of possibility, even not just bureaucracy things. But okay, about the bureaucracy. So what I have to do, he said I have to come tomorrow. Funny, it wouldn't be possible today. Even though I was there, I could do it right now. But no, tomorrow. Everything happens tomorrow. I need to come tomorrow. Then he will make a stamp on my visa. Whatever stamp. He couldn't explain me what is it, why is it needed. He just said that without it, that other office will not accept us. So tomorrow I should come here to make a stamp. With that thing, I get a contract, and then together with this owner, the landlord, and me as a tenant, we go to some specific office, which he couldn't tell me what its name is and where it is. He just said that the owner will know, it is very famous. So we go to the office, some government office, different office, and we make the rent contract. And without that office, that rent contract wouldn't be accepted in this visa office, the passport office. So that would be another thing to go. After I get that stamp tomorrow, I agree with the owner, with the landlord, and then we go together one day to that office, get the contract, the tenancy contract, rent contract for half a year. And that's a big question. Probably I could agree with the owner that we make the contract for half a year as it's needed for documents, but I would rent only as long as I would need it. If I get my own house, we would cancel it later. I think we should be able to agree on that, but just not telling that government office, of course. So then, with that contract approved on that whatever office, I come back to this passport office, and then I make application for the 6 months visa, which costs 1,700 guinea, Egyptian pounds, which would be something like 100 euros. For 6 months, good price. Couldn't, unless there are more other hidden prices in there, that one alone should be okay. It's cheaper than $25 per month with on arrival visas. So, and the whole process, I was asking how long would it take. I make this application, but when do I get the result? And he just was saying, no, you just come and then we will see, inshallah. And they sometimes often use inshallah not just as God willing, but just as escaping from taking responsibility, meaning, I will see. Maybe. I promise you, but inshallah. As if his promise would be okay, but God is the problem who is disrupting the promises. Okay. And at the end I kept questioning him, and at the end I kind of get him to say that it might take 1 month, but nobody knows it. Nobody knows. So, not as straightforward, not as easy. And if I do it all, I have to probably cancel my plans, because my plan was on the Tuesday. Now is Monday. No, sorry, Sunday. On Tuesday, my plan was to go to Asyut and then to the New Valley, to the oasis in New Valley, Wadi Jadid, to Harga, Dakhla and Farafra. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to finish all this process so quickly. And then is a question, how do I pay for that contract with the... I don't want to be paying for 2 places at the same time. Paying here in Luxor while traveling, and paying also for staying in New Valley. So yeah, friends, it is a reason to think. Until tomorrow morning I have time to think about all these things. Is it worth? Do I want to do it all? And get the possibility to stay in Egypt for 6 months and possibly buy some property? And it is at the same time I'm looking on these properties. I have some couple of possibilities already, well, more than couple, but they are all not very simple, because the price which I'm looking is extremely cheap, even for Egyptian standards. Like most people say immediately that for such money there is nothing possible to buy. But I have found something, and now is the question if I can persuade them that I will be paying this already small money into monthly installments instead of upfront. So there are many question marks in this whole thing, and I can always just throw the towel and go and leave the Egypt and keep traveling. But there are a few reasons why I think that Egypt might be a good place to get a secondary or tertiary base for me. We'll see. I have to think. I just came out of the office and I haven't thought about it all yet, but I'll be thinking now. And we'll see from there. I was just in one of those side streets near this main market street, and I was doing one interesting thing. I was actually asking the lady who was working there if I can take picture, but she politely and very nicely asked me not to take pictures because she is married and she don't want to be seen in videos or pictures. So I respected that and I didn't take any pictures of that place. But that place was a tailor shop. And if you remember my poncho from my previous videos, I wanted, for a long time already, I wanted to make some alterations to it. And I wanted to make the body itself shorter, but the arms longer, and also not just longer but narrower at the ends, so it would more fit my body instead of being a little bit awkward, because arms, especially after a couple washing, arms were too short and at the ends too wide, and so it was quite a big job. And I was thinking to do it myself whenever I get to some sewing machine somewhere, but I don't get to some sewing machine anywhere here. So, and then I thought, well, the prices are very good in Egypt normally, and could the tailor be something affordable as well for me? Because in Ireland I wouldn't even think about employing a tailor for this job. And here I went into a tailor shop And I asked, I explained, well, she didn't speak almost any English. And I'm very limited in my Arabic, so I used Google Translate at some moments, but most of the time with gestures and and showing and explaining. I explained what I wanted, she understood, and I asked how much would it be. And initially she quoted 60 pounds, but then I asked one more thing which she could do with an overlock, and like it added quite a bit more to the job, and then she said 400 altogether would be good. So 100 pounds or something around 6 euros, 5 euros something, a little bit less than 6 euros. And it was a long and good job, like, I don't know, more than 1 hour, and she was really efficient and quick. I was amazed how she worked. Like for me it would took half a day, without exaggeration, if not more. And she did it in something like a bit more than 1 hour, and she charged me about 6 euros, a little bit less. Wow, I was impressed. It was cool, and she did a really decent job. Amazing. I was already thinking that I need to film it and to show you guys. When you ever are in Luxor, come to her, she is very good. But she didn't want to be filmed and photographed, so I respect that. So, time to go back to my shore, the West Bank. No, لا شكرا. Not private, thank you. With people, that's what I want. I think this one should be the right one. 5 جنيه نعم. شكرا. Looks like we ran out of gas in the middle of the river.
بنزين خلص هيجت فوق الكيف كيلو السعر بسم الله.
Now we are good to go again. I quite enjoy these rides over the Nile each time I have to go to the East Bank. Quite nice. شكرا.
Thank you.